You just yawned reading the title of this video, or you're about to. And the fact that you literally cannot stop it once it starts tells us something deeply weird about how your brain works.
Okay, that's already happening. I felt it just now. Why does even thinking about yawning make you yawn?
That's the thing. Scientists genuinely aren't sure. Yawning is one of the most common things your body does, and we still don't fully understand why.
Wait, seriously? We've been to the moon and we don't know why we yawn?
Dead serious. We have theories, some of them pretty good ones, but there's no single agreed upon answer, and some of the old explanations we all learned in school are flat out wrong.
Like what? What did we get wrong?
The biggest one, you were probably told yawning is your body pulling in extra oxygen when CO2 builds up in your blood. Sounds logical, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I learned. Tired brain needs more oxygen. You yawn. Done.
Completely wrong. A researcher named Robert Provine tested this back in the 1980s. He had people breathe pure oxygen, and they yawned just as much. High CO2, low CO2 didn't matter.
So the oxygen thing is a myth. How did that become the explanation everyone knows?
It just sounded right, so nobody questioned it for decades. That's how a lot of biology myths survive. They make intuitive sense, so we stop looking.
Okay, so if it's not oxygen, what is it actually doing? Your body doesn't do something that dramatic for no reason.
The best current theory is that yawning is a brain cooling mechanism. Your brain runs hot when it's tired or transitioning between states, and yawning brings in a rush of cooler air to help regulate the temperature.
Wait, your brain has a temperature problem? Like it can overheat?
Absolutely. Your brain is only about 2% of your body weight but uses around 20% of your energy. All that activity generates heat, and a cooler brain runs sharper.
So yawning is basically like opening a window for your brain?
That's exactly it. And here's the evidence. People yawn way more when the ambient temperature is warm, and almost never when it's really cold outside. Researchers in Vienna confirmed this with a street study.
They just stood on a street and watched people yawn?
Essentially, yes. They showed people pictures of yawning and tracked whether they'd yawn back in summer versus winter. In winter, contagious yawning dropped dramatically.
That's kind of a brilliant experiment, actually. But hold on. This still doesn't explain why yawning is contagious. Those seem like two different problems.
They are two different problems. The why you yawn question and the why it spreads question have very different answers. And the contagion one is honestly the weirder of the two.
Okay, I need to know. Why does seeing someone yawn make you yawn? It happens every single time.
It comes down to something called mirror neurons. These are brain cells that fire both when you do an action and when you watch someone else do the same action. Your brain essentially simulates what it sees.
So my brain is copying what it sees, like a reflex.
More than a reflex, it's the foundation of empathy. Mirror neurons are why you wince when someone else gets hurt, or feel a little happy when you see someone smile. Yawning just happens to be a very strong trigger.
Empathy and yawning are connected? That feels like a stretch.
Here's the study that'll make you believe it. Researchers found that people who score higher on empathy tests are significantly more likely to catch a yawn. The more you emotionally tune into others, the more contagious yawning is for you.
So if someone doesn't yawn back at me, they're basically telling me they have low empathy?
That's actually a real takeaway from the research, yeah. And it goes further. People with autism spectrum disorder, who often process social cues differently, show significantly less contagious yawning.
That's genuinely fascinating. So contagious yawning is basically a social bonding test.
You can think of it that way. And it also explains why you're more likely to catch a yawn from someone you're close to. You yawn more contagiously around friends and family than around strangers.
Okay, wait. I need to stop you here because I feel like everything you've told me so far just got flipped upside down.
Say more.
We started with yawning being about being tired and needing oxygen. Now you're telling me it's actually about empathy and social connection. Those are completely different things.
Here's the plot twist. Yawning might have evolved specifically as a social signal, not a personal physiological need. It may have started as a way for group-living animals to synchronize their behavior.
What do you mean synchronized behavior?
Think about early humans living in groups. If one person's brain is getting tired and needs a reset, It's useful for the whole group to know that. One yawn ripples through the group, and now everyone's shifting states together, from alert to rest, or rest to alert.
So yawning was basically a prehistoric group chat notification. Hey everyone, we're winding down now.
Exactly. And it still works that way. Have you ever noticed that yawning is most contagious during transitions? When a meeting is wrapping up, when you're settling in at night, when you first wake up?
Oh, wow, yeah. It's never random mid-activity. It always happens at those in-between moments.
Because it's a state transition signal. Your brain uses yawning to shift gears, and the contagion spreads that shift to the people around you. It's coordination, not just coincidence.
And this is backed up by animals, too, right? Like it's not just a human thing.
Tons of vertebrates yawn: fish, birds, snakes, mammals. But contagious yawning specifically seems to show up in social animals with complex group dynamics. Chimps, dogs, even some birds that have close social bonds.
Dogs catch yawns from humans, their owners?
Yes, and this is wild. Dogs catch yawns from their owners more than from strangers. The bond matters. A 2013 study showed dogs are more likely to yawn contagiously when they hear their owners yawn on audio versus a stranger's.
That's honestly one of the most unexpectedly sweet scientific facts I've ever heard.
It tells you something important, though. The contagion isn't just a mechanical brain glitch. It's tied to emotional connection. It only spreads through bonds.
Okay, but let's go back to the reading the title thing. I wasn't watching a video of someone yawning. I just read the word. Why does that work?
Because your brain doesn't fully separate reading a word from experiencing the thing. Language activates the same mental simulation systems. Reading yawn fires up the same neural pathways as seeing one.
That feels like a bug in the software.
It's actually a feature. That same simulation ability is why you can read a novel and feel scared, or watch a sports game and feel the tension in your own body. Your brain is built to experience things through other minds.
So every time I catch a yawn, I'm basically doing an extremely fast, tiny act of empathy.
Every single time. And here's a fun thing to test. Next time you're in a group, yawn subtly and see who picks it up first. The people who catch it fastest are usually the most socially attuned people in the room.
That's like a secret empathy radar. I'm absolutely doing this at my next work meeting.
There's one more layer to this. Yawning also has a mechanical function that's underrated. It stretches the eardrums and the muscles around your jaw and face in a way that increases alertness almost immediately.
So it's not just a sign of being tired, it can actually wake you up a little.
Yep, athletes yawn before competition, paratroopers yawn before jumps, musicians yawn before performing. It's a physiological reset button, not a white flag.
Wait, paratroopers yawn before jumping out of a plane? That's wild.
It's documented. High stress, high focus moments trigger yawning because your brain is shifting into maximum readiness mode. You've been misreading yawning as weakness your whole life. It's often the opposite.
Okay, I need a moment. Yawning isn't about oxygen. It's about brain cooling, state transitions, empathy, and now readiness for high performance. This completely changes how I think about it.
And here's the practical part. You can actually use this. If you're about to do something that needs focus, a big deliberate yawn can genuinely prime your brain. It's not weird, it's tactical.
So I should yawn before an exam or a job interview on purpose?
Yes, a big exaggerated yawn. Stretch your jaw, let it fully open, activates the vagus nerve, drops your heart rate, and sends more blood flow to your prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your brain you actually want running the show.
And the empathy angle, is there something useful there too?
If you want to build rapport with someone fast, mirror their body language. And if they yawn, let yourself yawn back. Don't suppress it. That tiny shared moment of biological sync actually builds subconscious trust.
So the two takeaways are: yawn on purpose before anything high stakes, and stop suppressing yawns around people you want to connect with. Both of those are things I can do today.
Exactly. And the next time someone yawns in front of you and you feel it pulling at you too, that's not your brain being rude. That's thousands of years of social evolution doing exactly what it was built to do.